What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Altknots. Welcome to another day here in the Yarn Dungeon, where I am all about showing the world that crochet is killer. Today, I just feel like is a prime example of that. Honestly, it's like this is something that is quick and easy. You can throw around your house. What we're gonna learn how to do is crochet edging around fleece fabric. I love crochet blankets, don't get me wrong, but they definitely do take some time. And the idea behind this is that I did not have that amount of time because we are coming up to Friday the 13th, and I wanna go ahead and watch every single Friday the 13th. Like, that's it. I'm just gonna park it on the couch, not going anywhere. So that is where this cardigan came from. And I will link it up here if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. Wearable blanket. Okay, but I also wanna go ahead and have a brand new blanket. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something about a brand new blanket and sitting and watching a horror movie. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite things in the world. So in order to get into this here, we're gonna need a couple things. First and foremost, we're definitely gonna need some fleece. So I went ahead and went to Joann's and picked up a ton of Halloween fleece because they are literally killing it this year with their Halloween spooky fleece fabric in and of itself, but fleece particularly. So the one that I'm gonna use is this one here. The colors are just scream Halloween to me, honestly. I'll leave the link to the video as well if you wanna see all of the fleece that I got, because there is so much that I can't even. Next, you're gonna need a rotary cutter, which is like a lifesaver. You're gonna need a straight blade and a perforated blade. Then go ahead and grab yourself a cutting board and a ruler here. I ended up using 2 yards for the fabric, so obviously the bigger cutting board that you have, the better. It's gonna make your life so much easier. Lastly, go ahead and grab yourself some yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. So starting off, I need to go ahead and take off the side here. So it's really easy to tell. It just says Joann Anti-Pill on it. We need to cut that side off. We also need to cut off the other side too. So I'm gonna use the rotary blade that has the straight edge. That's what I'm gonna use first. Once you have all the edges cut off and you're ready to go, now you're gonna need to grab your perforated blade here. And I like to keep it in this little plastic container because they're sharp. So for mine, all you have to do is twist this little back piece off here. That part comes undone. This part pops off then, and then you can just go ahead and replace it. And boom, all good to go. So this is gonna go ahead and wheel along the side. This is what actually makes the holes on the outside of the blanket so we can actually crochet into it. Then go ahead and line everything up, get it all ready here. I like to do about 1/4 inch, so grab your ruler again, line everything up all nice and even, and just run this along the side and you'll create the holes on the side of your blanket. I gotta open it first, there we go. I'm gonna turn this on the back so you can see it a little bit, but here are all of the little perforated holes that it went ahead and made, and it looks like it's really, really tiny, but actually a 4mm crochet hook works into here perfectly. So just go ahead and pick whatever color you want. I just felt that pumpkin would be perfect for this one. So attach it onto your hook and then start at any corner. It really doesn't matter. Find a corner and then find that very first little hole there, insert it and do a slip stitch. Then chain 1. Then in order to have your base, just do a single crochet in each one of these holes all the way around. And even if it's kind of hard to see some of the holes, just because I picked a fabric that has a lot of dark color in it, you'll eventually get the feel of like where the next hole should be. So it's honestly, it seems like it's kind of difficult, but it's really easy. You just get used to it and it's just kind of like crocheting. You know where the next one is gonna be. And so you're like ready for that spot. So it ends up being a lot easier than you think it would be. So here is one side done, and this is just single crochet. And honestly, you could totally be done like right now. It has a nice little bit of pop, and especially since there's like pumpkin color in here as well, I feel like this is all I'm gonna do for this. This is what I wanted. I wanted a quick and easy type of blanket that I could go ahead and make a lot of Halloween blankets with, and that's what this is. I do also have a tutorial for a little picot edging. I'll leave that up here if you wanna go ahead and add more onto it. Otherwise, this one is totally gonna be done. I just have to finish the other 3 sides, then I'm good to go. I finished another one, just a plain single crochet on a different type of fabric here, just to see what it looked like with a different color of yarn, and I freaking love this. So this one is It's like little old-timey vintage frames, and it has like skeletons and spiders and stuff in it. I freaking love this so much, and I felt like the black goes really, really well for it. So it's gonna be one of those things, like, just play around with it. Like, there's literally no wrong way to do it. Also, if you have a bunch of scrap yarn laying around, this would be a fantastic project to go ahead and use all that up. I also did play around with the yarn combination. So for the orange one, that was acrylic yarn, and then this black one here is 100% cotton. So obviously they have different feels, different looks. Like this one, it's a little bit thinner, so it's spaced out a little bit more. I don't know, like, I just feel like the combinations are totally endless, and every blanket is now gonna look so super individualized and just like totally customize your entire haunted house. Like, that's really what it is. But that's all I have for you guys. Honestly, like I said, quick and easy tutorial that I promised, and that's exactly what it is. So once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out here in the Yarn Dungeon. Have a fantastically spooky day, and I will see you in my next video.